Hey family, hope all is well with many of you. I thank you for checking back with your sister Corinne. But welcome back to Awaken Butterfly Readings. I wasn't really planning on doing this video, but I pretty much I'm looking for some feedback on this one. Um, but before I get started, let me first give a shout out to my subscribers. Much love to my subscribers. I appreciate you for rocking with your sister, as well as much love to those who happen to stop by. Please know it's no coincidence, okay? Um, Due to the topic, which is, this whole video is really about baby Evelyn May Boswell, okay, who is the 15-month-old who is still presently missing, okay? Um, I pretty much want us all to come together on one accord for the sake of this child who is still missing and put our heads together. Um, and I appreciate many of you all. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I know that there are people who watch me that are spiritually like minded, like myself, that has to give as well. I want many of you know who also are very intuitive, empath, shall I say, and you too have your own channel, please, no matter what you're sensing in your gut, stick with it, even when you watch other people, as far as looking for clarity, okay? Because sometimes I do. I try not to, because I don't want it to sway what I'm sensing from within, okay? But please stick to your gut. It's okay to watch other people, but stick to your gut of what you feel on the inside until the truth come out, okay? That's the only way you want to know whether you are receiving accurate information. And with that being said, okay, with that being said, but I do appreciate you all, okay? They have the gift of the spirit that happens to watch your sister, and we all coming together on one accord as far as trying to make some sense, trying to fit the puzzle as far as what happened to this baby, okay? This missing child, Evelyn Boswell. Let me just say this real quick before I get started. This is pretty much like an intuitive reading type thing. I'm going by what I sense in the spirit for the most part. I do have 3 cards right here laid out, and I will get to that. But let me just say this. I had did a quick reading on baby Evelyn Boswell mother, Maggie Boswell. I try to do reading on people who are the closest to the so-called victim or the person of interest, okay, to get an insight, what's going on with them, in the present, their thought process, mentally, just get an idea where they are in the present, kind of peek inside of their character, shall I say. And let me just say this real quick. I don't have the cards with me. I put them up, okay? I use my astrology cards. But let me just say this about Maggie Boswell, baby Evelyn Boswell mother. We all know that she's young, right? But I sense with her real quick, and I'm not judging her or anything. This is what I sense in the spirit about her because I don't know her. So everything I'm seeing is and it's not facts. We know that. But this is what I sense in the spirit about her, okay? As far as what came out in those cards. Really, it wasn't anything really negative that came out in those cards about her. Let me just say that. But I will say this, some things that stood out in those cards about Maggie, okay, that she lives in her head, okay, in her little fantasy world, all right, and she also is very naive. She's very naive and she lacked self confidence. Okay, maybe all this is due to her background as far as how she came up, her childhood, whatever the case may be, okay? But it has affected her greatly. And she is easily to be influenced as far as, you know, if somebody is coming to her, okay, Um, for instance, I'm just giving you a good example. Like if someone's coming to her like a parent, okay, and they have concerns about, people she's hanging with, the crowd that she's in. For instance, she's the kind of person she would, ignore it. She wouldn't, hear them. She'll hear them out, but pretty much going one end at the other. She doesn't listen. She does not list of sound judgment. She doesn't follow sound judgment. If you know what I'm talking about, this is what I sense about her because it came out in the cards. You know, and that can be very dangerous because for one thing, she's not relying on her intuition. She's not listening to that still voice on the inside. And we all have that spiritual muscle, but a lot of people are not using it. She's very naive. That's just the point I'm trying to make. And I'm sure there were people in the family that were, trying to help guide her, you know. But like I said, hold on, family. I'm sorry, family. I had to pause real quick. But due to her being naive, okay, she's easily to get involved with people that she trusts. Shall I say that she trusts? That are not for her her highest good to not only be around but to trust, especially around her children, shall I say. And all I know is that she has just baby Evelyn. I heard a rumor that she's currently pregnant. I don't know how true that is. That didn't come out in the cards, and I didn't really meditate on that. But the point I'm trying to make is she wasn't really using sound judgment and operating in her divine, intuition, shall I say. You know, she's very trusting. Okay, she's very trusting. And a lot of times people like they have to learn the hard way, okay? Because everything that looks good ain't good, and we know that. Okay, we know that. But anyway, that's pretty much what I got from her. She's very naive, and she definitely lacks self confidence. I believe she's trying to work on it, because she wants to better herself. She really wants more for herself in life, but she lacks self confidence, and she sort of remind me a little bit of um, the other lady I did a reading on Gannon's stepmom. She reminds me a lot of her, but she doesn't have the negative aspect as she does. But she too, Maggie also can be very secretive as well. Let me just say that. I get that about her too, because that came out in the cards. She can also be very secretive as well. Okay, and you know, she tried to portray a certain image, out in public, but as well, on the inside, which the moon card came out, that's who she really is, just for the most part. How people, they see you one way, and a lot of times you try to portray yourself in a certain way because you don't want to be misunderstood, and that's the point I'm trying to make. So that's what I was getting from her interview that she had did when they was interviewing her about her daughter. She was really trying to make herself, because she know that all eyes are on her because she's the mother. Let me just say that. And it's not really a bad thing, but people, they look for all kind of stuff. They want you to cry. Don't nobody really know how they're going to feel, unless they happen to go through something like that. Because I'm not an actress. I am not an actress, and I don't know how I would actually feel if something had happened to my children. I really don't know. Would I cry? Yes, indeed. But to cry on the spot when people want you to actually cry, I mean, everybody's not built that way, and I'm not an actress. And the point I'm trying to make is, in a way, she was trying to portray a certain image, while the cameras were rolling, while they were interviewing her, as being a certain way. Um, but really, she's not really that confident. But she played the role very well with those cameras. It's coming out very confident, yes, indeed. But that's not really a bad thing. I do understand why she was doing it, because all eyes are on her, and she want to come off as very credible. Um, and so people won't be looking at her as though she harmed her child. But that's all I really have to say on her. But I do not sense that she murdered her child. Okay, I just don't sense that. And for those who do, That's fine. Stick to what you feel, okay? I'm gonna let you know what I'm sensing. I just don't sense that she murdered her child. She loved her daughter, okay? She was very naive. Oh, yes, indeed. She was very naive and very trusting in the wrong people, shall I say. Now, let me say this real quick. When I had did a reading on Evelyn, you know, sometimes a lot of us who are intuitive, I do rely on the spirit when I stop on certain cards. And those cards do be on point now, but it's how we read those cards, our interpretation of how we look at those cards. Many of you remember seeing the sacrifice card. Y'all remember that. Go back and look at it. The sacrifice card did pop up, as well as you will see a card that represents family that pop up. It's really my interpretation of how I'm looking at those cards, okay? I want to say this real quick. In the present, right now, family, I don't sense that that baby is alive. At that time, then, I was going by those cards, okay? I was going by those cards, and I think more than anything, I was hoping. I didn't really want to believe the worst that she could be dead, okay? Because I'm so tired of these children popping up, deceased. I'm just so sick and tired of it. The people can be that people can be that dark and take a child out and do the unthinkable to them. But we have people who are like that who are low vibrational and they light is dim. Okay, they're full of darkness. Their light is so dim, and they have this psychopath mentality that they don't care about nobody. Okay, they take anybody out for any reason. Okay, that serve their purpose. Okay, we have people out here that are like that, and when it comes to children, they don't care. They'll put their light out in a heartbeat. They just don't care. They get off on the harming the innocent. But anyway, that's the mother in me coming out. Okay, we all, so you sound very passionate. But anyway, looking back on that reading I did on Evelyn, on baby Evelyn, you remember the sacrifice card popped out. And I told you the different meanings of that card, okay? It can also represent death. It came out in my reading. I showed it to you, but I really didn't want to believe it. Okay. I pretty much, no matter what the spirit was trying to show me, I really didn't want to accept it. But I took the time to really just meditate on this child. I even used my pendulum, okay, as a backup. I let the pendulum swing. And the pendulum is saying that she is deceased. So I want to come here, and be authentic with many of you. Yes, many of us, we can't interpret these cards wrong. Yes, indeed. The spirit, when I stop on a card, what it shows me is what it shows me. It's up to me to interpret these cards. Okay, that's why I'm starting to like read up on these cards, give many of you the inner, description of what these cards are trying to say because they go in depth. And that's what I'm going to start doing as a backup as well, because it's nothing wrong with giving your commentary of what you sense in the spirit, but let these cards do the talking as well. So with that being said, I apologize for that, cause especially if it turned out that she is deceased, I apologize for that. But really, I really have nothing to apologize. I really wanted to believe, and I still do want to believe that she is alive, but I'm not sensing that now. Okay, and I rely on the pendulum as well to swing as a backup. Okay, and it's telling me she's not with us. Actually, it told me a lot of things, but I'm not gonna really go there. But let me say this real quick. Let me just say this real quick. I did mention about a couple. Okay, we saw the family card popped up, and the heart card popped up. That mother, Maggie, loves her daughter. Okay, but she's young and naive. Okay, and let that sink in. That speaks for itself. Okay, as far as being a fool, that just let that sink in. But also, a card had popped up that said the fool. Okay, the fool, and I read the description. Okay, the other meanings in that card. Because I wanted to know also, was baby Evelyn a lot was alive. The fool card popped up. The fool represents her mother, and also it's clues, but you gotta actually read the additional meanings to that card, and to get an idea of what that card is really saying. Because I wanted to know what she was this child deceased, and the food card popped up. I know that the food card represents her mother, and when I read that little part that it says, and the view looks up good from up here. I was like, wow, I was just in denial. I did not want to believe it that baby was deceased, but I truly believe she's not with us, and I'm going to leave it there. Only time will tell, family. Only time will tell. Now, let me say this real quick. I wanted to dig a little deeper. I wanted to know about the mom boyfriend, okay? Because I was told the mom has a boyfriend. I meditated on it. Three cards popped up. Just three cards, family. And guess what I asked in the reading? I said my attention about the mom boyfriend. I wanted to know, how did the mom boyfriend feel about baby Evelyn May Boswell? How did he feel about this baby? And I also wanted to know, could he be involved in her being missing? Okay. Could he be involved in this child being missing? I'm going to read what the card is saying. The first card is Queen of Air. Hold on, family. I'm going to hold it up. The first card is Queen of Air. If you can't see it, that's okay. I'm going to read it. It says, objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. Did you hear that, family? Let me read that one more time. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. Now remember, I had said in my intentions, I wanted to know what was his thoughts on this child, because she wasn't his child. Okay. You've clear decision making abilities are needed right now. See through any hidden agendas. It's time to remove anything or anyone from your life whose present no longer serves your greatest good. Still, try to see the underlying humor. This card describes somebody, and I'm going to read it. People, someone with incredible insight and perceptiveness with regards to situation and people, a person with a marvelous wit, a keen mind, and a foresight personality who doesn't take life too seriously, a perfectionist but not judgmental, a unmarried person, independent, experienced, realistic. What stood out to me in this card is seeing through any hidden agendas. No, not that. I'm sorry. Removing anything or anyone from your life who presence no longer serves your greatest good. The Ace of Earth. And remember, I was asking, instead of my intentions, how do her boyfriend feels about that baby, Evelyn? And this is what popped up. This is what popped up. That's not positive. That's not positive. That's somebody you really need to watch around your child. Ace of Earth. Put on, family. And before I do the son, let me say this real quick, family. I really am not trying to judge that young man and say that he did it. Let me just say that. But I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I swing the pendulum. I swing the pendulum, and it was not in his favor. Let that sit with you. It was not in his favor. For those of you who are intuitive, please, please, however you facts check, whether it's with your readings or you do this as well, okay? Facts check on that for me and give me your views down below. I appreciate it. Um, this is the Sun card, okay? Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that leads to success. Have confidence in yourself. Let me just say this. I'm going to read the additional meaning to this card. Public recognition, the attendance of great personal insight, vibrant physical and emotional health. What stood out to me is public recognition. This can be somebody that, want to stand out, want to be seen. Um, like this card say, have some kind of idea to where it would be in their favor. All of a sudden, they get in all of this, shall I say, media. Okay, stay with me, family. All of a sudden, people are looking at them, getting all this attention, whatever the case may be. I don't want to talk about this young man. I don't know if he has a business or what, but a lot of people start coming around. You know how the people are, they start coming around you for whatever reason because they see you on TV, and a lot of people are curious. Okay, but if you have a business, your business can really start booming. Also, of course, like I say, based on this card, it says public recognition. Okay, that's one of the additional meaning to this card. This card indicates that it is a wonderful time for you're succeeding in ways you never dreamed possible. Endeavors that you begin now are blessed with abundance and success. Keep your thoughts positive and everything will turn out beautifully. This is also a time of brilliant new ideas and solutions. Have confidence in yourself. The work you've done personally and spiritually brings astonishing changes in your life. Key hint: the work you've done can bring astonishing changes in your life. Yeah, you have to look for the key words. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what I say or what I sense or anything like that. I'm believing the truth shall come out to the marvelous light. Yes, indeed. I just wanted to bring this to many of you, your attention, because I know what I have said in my video I have done on baby Evelyn Boswell. I truly want to believe that this baby is alive. And I still do, family. I still do want to believe that she's alive. But now I am sensing that I'm sorry about the background noise, but I am sensing that she is not with us. Okay. But I don't want to believe that. But this is what I'm sensing. I have to be honest and just put it out there. Okay, no matter what. And it's okay to disagree. And really, there's nothing to disagree about. This is just what I'm sensing. That's all. But I do want to believe this baby is alive. And I'm sensing that it's a good chance, they need to look at her boyfriend. Okay. I'm not saying that he did it, but they need to look at him. They need to look at him, his associates, those he know. Okay. Do a little background on him. Okay. Um, cause I'm sensing this baby was murdered. Could it be an accident? I'm not going to say that. According to this is somebody that wants something out of the way. Remember what I asked. How did he feel about this child? Remember I asked that? This popped up, family. So it really, it really make you question it, and maybe he didn't do it, but it makes you question, that's bad that she's not using good judgment of being with a man that don't really care for her child. He really don't really care for her child, you know? And we know when you get with somebody, that's a package deal. I don't even care if it's like a girlfriend or boyfriend type thing. When they have children, that's a package deal, you know? But unfortunately, people do get with people for the wrong reason, or basically they get with people because, you know, um, let me just say it like this: they don't use good instinct, and they attract the wrong kind of people. All right, I'm very spiritual, so I'm into vibration and all of this. But due to how she feel about herself, you know, like I said, 'cause she in her headspace, she really wasn't in a good place as far as loving herself, shall I say. Like I said, she's very naive and very foolish as well. And she ended up giving somebody else that's foolish, okay? That's also foolish. And I'm not gonna say that he did it, but I'm just saying she ended up giving somebody else that's also foolish, okay? How they say you are what you attract, but it's really energy, okay? It's really energy, family. When you love yourself, feel good about yourself, you attract the right kind of person to you. That's all I'm saying. Um, he's not really somebody that's really for her highest good, okay? But that's a whole nother type of video. Um, this is not good. This is not good. This don't sit well with me at all. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it there. I let admit if you do the judge, it doesn't sit well with me at all. Clearing away all that no longer serves you. That could be anything, yes indeed. But I asked how did he feel about this child? That's all I'm saying. I asked how did he feel about this child? Clearing away what doesn't serve him. I mean, that's something that you don't love or care about. I'll admit if you be the judge on that. Well, that's all I have to say, family. I don't want to believe that she's dead. Like I said, I don't want to believe that the unthinkable happened to her. That she was sold. Because I am sensing money transaction. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am sensing money transaction. They definitely need to get the FBI on this and really dig. Okay, I'm sensing some money transaction type thing going on. Okay, whomever, somebody, it was some money transaction going on somewhere. Somebody got paid. Okay, whether it's selling that baby or her selling her body. Let me just say that. And I don't know why, but organ harvesting popped up in my spirit. I'm through talking. Thank you for watching.